The rain poured heavily against the windshield, blurring the city lights into streaks of gold and red. Sarah tightened her grip on the steering wheel, her tired eyes fighting the weight of another endless shift. It was past midnight, and she was driving her old car, half asleep, half awake, thinking about the bills piled up on her kitchen table and the little boy waiting for her at home. She had promised herself she would never give up, no matter how hard life got. Being a single mom was never part of her plan, but it became her reality the day her husband walked away, leaving her with a newborn in her arms and a heart full of broken dreams. That night, fate placed someone unexpected in her path. As she pulled her car to the side of a quiet street near a high-end club, she noticed a man stumbling out of the entrance. His suit was expensive, his shoes polished, but his steps were heavy, unsteady, and his eyes glassy with the weight of alcohol. People inside whispered his name, Daniel Cole, the CEO of one of the biggest companies in the city. To the world, he was untouchable, wealthy, powerful, and admired. But to Sarah, in that moment, he looked like a lost man, fighting his own shadows. She could have driven away. After all, she had her own struggles to worry about. But her heart wouldn't let her. Against her better judgment, she rolled down the window and asked softly, "Are you okay? Do you need a ride?" Daniel lifted his head, startled by the voice that cut through his drunken haze. He mumbled something about his driver not showing up. Without thinking twice, Sarah offered to take him home. He slid into the passenger seat, his cologne mixed with the faint smell of whiskey, and for the first time in years, Sarah felt the quiet weight of another soul sharing her silence. As she drove through the rain-soaked streets, Daniel spoke in fragments, about pressure, loneliness, the emptiness of success. Sarah listened without judgment, her heart aching at how even the wealthiest could be so poor in peace. When she dropped him at his grand, glass-walled penthouse, he turned to her, his voice low and broken, "You don't know me, but thank you." She thought that was the end. But destiny had just begun weaving their lives together. The next morning, Sarah went back to her routine, packing lunch for her son, running to her waitress job, counting every tip like it was gold. But she couldn't shake the memory of that man in her car. What she didn't know was that Daniel hadn't forgotten either. For days, her kindness lingered in his mind like a light in a dark tunnel. In a world where people admired him for his money, a stranger had treated him like a human being. 1 week later, Sarah's life turned upside down. Her son, Ethan, had a school project due, but she couldn't afford the supplies. She walked into a store, worried about stretching the few dollars she had left, when a familiar voice startled her. Daniel stood there, sober, polished, yet softer than